Hello. So it has been a while, and for that, I want to apologize. I have spent the last few months, well, the last few weeks rather, trying to set up and move, which is why this video is coming out towards the end of April. But today, what we have is big game hunting. And while you're not going to see too much of it, it's mainly because, again, I haven't been able to play much. But if you haven't played big game hunting, essentially what it is a hunting mini game found in Anachronia, in which you go around making all these traps, getting the logs, and baiting the pads, and you do all that just so that you can get some major items. Well, mainly what you get it'll be the damaged dinosaur hides, the dinosaur bones, and the likes. But if you get really lucky, you may also be able to get the three items needed for the Presaurus Mall, which is going for about a couple of billion or a couple of 100 millions, which is why I want to try to get it. But not only that, you get some one of the best in slots food with the tier three meats that you get from here for the cornucopia, which takes a long while to do, and I think those sell for a couple of 100,000 as well. So this is me more or less still trying to figure out how to do the do this, but yeah, this is gonna be the full first run through of it, and then I will try to cut out the rest as we go along. But essentially, we go get the logs, get the vines, and then with the vines and the logs, we go and make the trebuchet, which is what we're doing right now. And then with the trebuchet, each of the dinosaur is susceptible to certain poison, which is what you see in that inventory right there. It may be yellow, blue, or red. And then a lot of things that's with it is you're doing a lot of moving around. So having an offhand that has mobility, like Excalibur, for instance, or maybe a power burst of acceleration, so you can just constantly use surge to get out of tight spots. Those would really come in handy whenever doing something like this. So now we are baiting the middle, and now the dinosaur will come. You'll get the tasty food. It will trigger the pressure swat, and if done properly, you will do massive damage. 30k each. It only has 90k health. So we good. We go, scan it, and loot. So you get both hunting and Slayer XP from doing it. So yeah. And from this one, we got two meats, a black dragon hide, which I didn't know that it dropped, and along with some dragon bones. And so that will be pretty much my life for the next month or so. Depositing the food or the bones and everything that we can. And yeah, this is going to be fun. Alright, we are now here with the next one and what do we get from this one? Some more meat and whatnot. So, on to the next one. Alright, we are back at it again. And let's see, it's probably going to be again some more meat and whatnot. But we need to do all this before we can head on to the next monster, which is always fun. Alright, so in between, I've been getting some big trove. And so there is a chance to get a big page, which is worth a couple of millions. So we're going to open these up and see what we get. We get coins, which is pretty good. Some salvage, spell staffs, planks, some extremes, which is good. Extreme magic, spores, more gold. We got an onyx, which is 1 mil, quick and easy. Hydrox bolts, which will come in handy even more. even more. So that is actually really good that we got. It is 1.7 mil. The Onyx is carrying. We are back here seeing what we got. And from the looks of it, we are getting another bit of. And I'm being honest, like doing big game hunting, I don't think it's going to be a great money maker. But more bones, more hides. Off to the next one. All right. And now from here, we're probably going to be getting more or less the same of more hides and bones and whatnot. But that is the joy and pain of big game hunting. Ooh, we got a bottom piece for the base, so that's good. That's going to be huge. And then we got some raw bones and vines left over. And I think from here we're going to go on to the next one, which we roll right on. And this time we get, what do we get this time? Of course, more hides, more food. And so what I realized with big game hunting is just how annoying it is. And so I don't think I'll be doing this anymore. It looks like that we hunt the last of them, so we won't be able to spawn any more of these creatures, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We got some red dragon hide, some damage hide, dragon bones. So, some of the normal loot that we got. So, on to the next one. Oh, right. So what I did was go and find a couple things on the island. We got the compass and gave it to him, and that is for an achievement. Yeah. So, and 25 more hunter mark. Okay, so this one we had a double, and I royally screwed this up. I think I was playing a bit too greedy, and because I was playing too greedy, I kind of just mucked this one up horribly. I think I was building a base right here, and I should not have gone right here. And this is what I mean by playing too greedy, frantically cooking, trying to build what I can. And so if I was actually smart, you know, just build what I can and play it super safe. I should have also gone and tried to build the middle because they were going the same way. So I should have been following more. Like right here would have been a perfect time to go to the middle, in which I think I did. But because of how they overlapped, yeah, I was getting super unlucky with the pathing. And, you know, we got the trebuchet. We're loading up the trebuchet up, or at least trying to, before moving away. I think this is one of my first times in which I had a double. Yeah, being stunned did not help at all. Anticipation moving around. As you see, I did take my advice and I did grab the Excalibur for the double surge movement. Anticipation's coming in clutch and freedom. And that was like super close. So we got one trebuchet done. But I think what I did wrong, which looking back at it, there's a lot of things that I did wrong, is that, yeah, like right here, and I'm getting hit by double right there, and that's where I failed because I was playing too greedy. I was playing conservative, and I lost both of them, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, so the new rune crafting came out, and so what we're going to do is pretty much make the new rune crafting weapon. I am trying to make the run, and so, yeah, it's going to be pretty fun to see how this weapon turns out being. Also, remember to do the Underground Oyster, your monthly, to claim all your stuff. Which, yeah, I need to do mine in April because all this was taken in March, honestly. So I am slacking. I am getting behind. But yeah, be sure to do all the stuff that you need for your monthly. It's great money. All right, and then of course we're going to do the vault. The vault is really great if you premiere to get XP, feathers, all this other stuff. You get a lot of bonus XP, and with woodcutting and fletching going to 110, it's definitely going to be a great way in order to get everything that you need. That is 5 bonus XP. I think those are medium, in which I immediately go over and use it for woodcutting, springs for your spring cleaner if you have that. If you're doing any sort of slayer like gargoyles or things that drop a ton of salvages, you will make bank doing that just by having it on you. No need to worry about it. Some XP lamps, and just all the good stuff needed in order to work better into the game, I guess. And that's gonna be the last one we get. All right, and so we are going to be on our way to getting the crystal flask, which we've been doing it. And with the time runes, which I know I don't actually have it on me this time around, that will allow you to go back, rewind time. You're actually able to get these crystal flasks, whether it be red sand or these, 4 times because you're able to rewind time 3 times a month. So if you're definitely going to be on your grind for a crystal flask, always, always, always be sure to do this an extra 3 times a month. Because now it went down from being like a 2-3 months time to about a month and a half, 2 months. It all depends if you're willing to buy the sand or not. So yeah, the Crystal Flask arc is officially on the way, which is going to be so much of a pain to do if you ask me. But Best in Slot requires that altogether. Alright, so we just got the woodcutting level. We are now 109 out of 110. So there is that. I kind of missed it. So we're almost done with what we need with the Blessed Flask. We need about a total of 600. So hopefully soon we'll be able to get enough everything that we need. And from there we'll be able to work on the Crystal Flask, which is going to be a pain. Again with more big game hunting, in which, again, I absolutely hate this minigame with the Burning Passion because it's not really all good money now that I think about it. I mean, sure, yeah, it is, but it takes forever and a half just to get everything that you need to get done. So, yeah, so again, we're going to get the trees cut and get everything that's going to be needed for it. And from here, we shall hopefully go clear this one. Yeah, Edge War is going to go back the other way, so be careful in war. Because that always messed me up so many times. Alright, and now we should almost be done with this one. We just got to. Oh no. Like I said, not the best when it comes to big game hunting, but that should be. No, we need one more. Fill that last trebuchet, clean that up, get the poison on it, bait the middle, and this one should be easily done and dusted. So my biggest suggestion when it comes to big game hunting is just take your time, be patient, and at the end, you'll be able to do it several times over. It is also one way to get the trapper's outfit, which is going to be a huge pain to get, but I don't think I'm going to go for that at the end of the day. It's going to be more so for whatever money that I get. So, yeah. There goes that one, all done and dusted. Oh no, I got the wrong poison. So I think that one's. I think it changed, so I think that's why I didn't get what I needed. So yeah. All right, now it should be baited. I think the color changed. I think I was doing gold when it wasn't gold, but we got it at the end of the day. That's what I get for being too cocky, too arrogant. So we're gonna skin it, and we are gonna go from there. All right, so we got more big troves to open. We got 20 this time, and so we're going to see if we get lucky with big pages or not. Probably not lucky, because we're never lucky. But getting these super attacks and extremes that will come in handy. I'm not gonna make overloads, but we can sell what we need for overloads. So more salvage, more bones, Pernix piece. So you need 100 of those to make the quiver. Again, never lucky, no pages, but we got some good alks. So can't complain about that one bit. All right, so we are going to disassemble these Abyss Titans because what we're going to need now at this point is going to be some components. Because, yeah, we have the Crystal Hatchet, but I don't think we have what we need for it. So we're going to need to try to disassemble and get as many powerful components that we can. And so once we are done with all of this, I will be sure to see you there. All right, we are now disassembling the last batch of the Abyssal Titan, and I think that gives us two powerful components. That gives us everything that we need for it. And now we can augment our Crystal Hatchet, which we should already have some perks in it already in our gizmo pouch. So that's going to be really helpful when it comes to woodcutting, even though we are so close to 110. Yeah, my 10 mil cash stack, which again, I need to try to go and sell that, which I may sell that in a bit. But yeah, I'm not sure if we can do with the fungus, but yeah, we will probably try to. I think we're actually doing a price check. What was I doing here? Yes, we're gonna do a little bit of a price check, which is again about 3 mil, which is quite a bit. Most of that's gonna be in Savage and the Abyssal, whatever. So about 2.7 mil, close to 3 mil. So and then 292. That's from the alchemical salvage. So we are going to chunk those into an alchemizer. If you don't have it, I highly suggest getting it because you can just set it and forget it. Those two things. Then I think those are the only two things that you should really. Everything else should just go directly to the GE. And then again, we're going to try to save our fragments so that we are able to make the quiver. So, yep. So now we got that. We got to get our gizmo bag. We are now giving the. I think I give it the. What did I give it? Yes, the hone. And so that's just going to makes it easier whenever we would cut. And I think that's the only thing that I can actually give it. Yeah, so it's just a greater chance, 2% chance. So we get a Crystal Hatchet, we get that to level 20, and we are good. I'm not sure what to put for a second gizmo, but if you know, do tell. All right. So again, we are back at it. We have our 630 Crystal Flex, so now we just need to work on our red sand, which we need to go over to Ulog, and from there we shall get what we need to get. So this is where I talk about getting a best in slot, and so in order, and because I don't have any raging gear, and I don't have any thread on me, the best thing that I can do is get the crafting cape, which if you don't know, it acts like threads. You can equip that, and I'm going to just be making some Royal Dragon Hide armor. It's something that I have access for from doing the big game hunting and opening the epic troves. And then from there, we are going to go to Prifddinas. And from Prifddinas, we are going to attack the Shades in order to get one of the items required for the Blessed Flask, which I believe is the Blessed Core. So this is going to be the only form of PvMing that you will see me do. Yes, I know. That took way too long, but we finally got the last one. Yes, I'm overloaded. I'm using the win page. I died. But you know what? I don't care at this point. We got what we needed, and that took way, way, way too long in order to get everything. But everything is going along. So, yeah, one holy overload left. We have our fine light core. So, we are getting on with the next one sooner or later.